Hi, so we're here at VMworld at the last day of the show, and I'm going to tell you all about Hotlink and the great awards that we won here at the show, and why we think that the Hotlink technology is what everybody looking at this is going to need. So Hotlink is all about providing the industry's simplest solution for heterogeneous and hybrid computing. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is that if you currently are a vCenter user, you can now natively and in an afternoon be using vCenter to manage Hyper-V, Zen Server, KVM, Amazon EC2, and Cloud Stack with no additional management consoles whatsoever. It's all being natively managed by vCenter. So the power that gives to vCenter users is that they can now do cross-platform cloning, provision from a single template, cross-platform snapshots, migrations, and the platforms that support it even do live migrations, all using their existing and familiar vCenter interface. And so the idea here is that for a variety of reasons, people need other platforms, you know, whether they're off-premise, on-premise, or for whatever reason. And we want to make it as easy as possible for customers who have already standardized on vCenter management, to be able to have the flexibility and the power to incorporate other platforms into that existing infrastructure. And best of all, there are absolutely no professional services required, no additional skills. You can do all this in less than 4 hours. So it's not just too good to be true. So we're going to show you a demo of how all that looks and works if you're a vCenter user.
All right, so now I'm going to show you a demo of Hotlink Hybrid Express. As you can see here, what you have is vCenter as you'd normally see it. Down the left is your inventory tree showing some Hyper-V and some Citrix, etc. I'm going to add in an Amazon instance here. I enter my account where my account information is. On the same wizard I would normally enter in to enter any ESX hypervisor. And that is all you need to know about how to operate EC2. If you can run vCenter, you can now operate Amazon. The account information is there. If I click on the account, I see all the instances as if they were virtual machines, and I can do the things I would normally do using virtual machines. I don't need to know a thing about Amazon. I can instantiate more instances in EC2. I simply go to the template. I tell it what I want, the names of things I want, the number I want. I don't need to know the size in Amazon. I tell I want a CPU and memory. We'll automatically give you the right size you need to be able to do it in Amazon. So we do that for you. I launch that, and I am complete. And I will see myself with 2 new instances automatically into Amazon. Click the inventory tree, and there they are. And that is all you need to know. So if you can use vCenter today, you can use Amazon tomorrow. Now importantly, in the same user interface, you can just log on and see it, and you can see right into it right from there, log on and see it at CentOS. So let's do something interesting. Let's say, for example, you want to give engineering the personal rights to go into that Amazon instance. They're like, we want to manage our own. Great, manage your own. I'll give you the permissions, using the vCenter permissions, to go to your accounts. You can go to your accounts, move your accounts, add more instances, do what you want. In the meantime, back in my full-blown vCenter, I'm seeing exactly what you're doing. I'm tracking your moves, adds, and changes. Perhaps I'll call you up and say, do you really need 10,000 instances in EC2? Or you know they're all running? I can tell. In the meantime, you can do what you want, do your own instances, and you'll see as we click here, you will see only the instances in Amazon that you're allowed to see. Now let's do something that's more fun. So I have all the data there and all my tabs would work. What if I'm now done with that instance? I've done my test and dev, I'm really happy with it, and you said, you know something, that's really great, but I don't want to run it production in EC2. I'll just clone it back down. Same wizard you'd normally use in vCenter. I tell it the Amazon account that I'm at, the instance I want. I tell it where I want it. I tell it where I want it stored. And they will simply move that complete modified instance back down to, in this case, vSphere. It could be Zen, KVM, Hyper-V. Whenever I say vSphere, just imagine those other 3 hypervisors. It doesn't matter to us. And I can move it back, again, with all the moves and changes, the modifications engineering's made to harden it. It's virtually bug-free. And all the data associated with it also. So anything used to test and dev, So you can do it in pre-production the same way they did, and then we'll automatically do that for you, and when you're ready, throw it into production on the hypervisor that you want. So this has been sped up, as we know, because bits are moving up and down from the cloud. Nobody has that much throughput. But there you go, now it's moved back to vSphere. Of course, we can move back and forth either way. So a more common use case would be that I would probably start with an instance that I'm aware of, a template I really know and love, that I want to put in production. So when the engineering guys say I want some stuff to build on, I'll take a template I know, and I'll move it up to the cloud. Then I'll let them work on it all they want. As you can see, this truly isn't a Linux installation. Let them work on it all they want and bring it back down, knowing I have the licenses for the software, I know the software, it's the configuration I want, it's compliant for what I want. Everything I know it's going to be perfect for production for me, not some instance they built in Amazon and gone, knock yourself out guys, it works in Amazon. It doesn't do me a whole lot of good. I don't want to rewrite it and reformat it. So you can see here, right, we can clone from vCenter up to EC2. So what you're seeing here is the template, you tell where it is, and move it back and forth. Now, everything works you normally see in vCenter. Any of the tabs across the top you'd see for, I can look at my networking configuration, I can see my storage configuration. In Amazon I'll see S3 and EBS storage instead of the normal storage you'll see the links between, inventory, everything you'd see normally from on-prem. It looks like it's on-prem. You now truly have a hybrid environment where you can burst into the cloud for as much as you want, whenever you like, and come back down. It's truly hybrid. Now the other thing about it is Lynn mentioned, right, it's Express. So you can install this in less than half a day. That's all it is. The OVF you download from us, you give it the credentials of Amazon, we do the information, bring it back down, load the information into vSphere, as I showed you, and if you can run vCenter, you can do it. You'll notice there's one little tab that I touch on once in a while, it's different, it's our part of the plugin, where it says Hotlink, and that's because certain places over here, there are functionality that you use you wouldn't normally see out of vCenter. vCenter doesn't have a functionality, say take me to EC2, or bring me back from EC2. But other than that, it's exactly the same. So what we're going to show here actually is part of the supervisor product, which is we are going to now force within Hyper-V a live migration using vCenter. And importantly, as the circle shows, anything we do within vSphere, no matter what we're using for the hypervisor in the cloud, is being tracked through vCenter for all your change management stuff. You have a change management, a CMDB, it's being logged automatically even though it's Amazon. So now I'm truly part of the data center, I'm fully integrated. Any alarming will go to my normal alarming, any alerts will go to my service desk. As if it was just Hyper ESX, and now it's all. And now for the last part of the presentation, which I think is pretty cool, we're going to use Power CLI on Amazon. So any Power CLI, automation, scripting, orchestration that you have on vCenter will work across any one of the hypervisors or the cloud. So the first thing we do is we log in, and I'll get an inventory in Amazon. It's a pretty straightforward Power CLI command. If you type it properly the first time, there it is, inventory. And the location is Amazon, and I will see all the instances I have working in Amazon, doing Power CLI. Now, I'm going to turn them all on, and I can turn them all off. A use case. The long weekend's coming up. I'm turning down all of my Amazon accounts over the long weekend. I'm not paying my 10 cents, 20 cents an hour from instances. If engineering wants them back on, they have their own permission to go and turn their own Amazon accounts back on. Or if you don't want to turn them all off for whatever reason, don't include them in the script. So anything I'd normally do using vCenter, I can now do using a hybrid cloud environment. So if you'd like more information, please come to our website. There's a tab there that says more information. You can come to one of our webinars that are scheduled weekly. You can get our brand new white paper for more information and additional content, or request a trial.